everyone, this is Deanna the Organized Miss, and I wanted to share with you something that I've been doing with these. So I have a ton of coffee filters because, well, I love coffee, and so there's not always a lot of coffee left over after I drink it. I try to save a little bit for my coffee dying, but sometimes maybe I just have to make more. And then I have all of these left over, and yes, I just have a regular little coffee pot that I use. And I just thought I need to challenge myself to think outside of the box when making things for my junk journal. So typically what I do with these are, I just, as soon as I'm done, I take it and let it dry, just air dry. So it's dry by the later that day. And then I have a box that I collect these in. And then when it's dry, as you can see, there's a little coffee grounds on there. I just dust them off because it all comes off. I don't want to like rinse off all the coffee staining on there because I love the coloring, but I just dust all that and it comes off. So I have all of these. And what I have been doing is I have this, this is a 2-inch EK, I guess this is an EK tools, is that what they call this? It's a 2-inch scallop punch, and I fold the coffee filters kind of in whatever this is, 4s, so kind of small, and then I will just, so here, just after I have several of them, so I don't always just do it as soon as I collect these in the box, and then when I want to just sit down and you know, just what's the word? Punch. When I want to punch out a bunch of these, then I'll just sit down and maybe watch a show, a movie or something, turn on Hallmark, and then I'll just kind of stick in there and eyeball about how big I want to make it. If I want to make, I'll make small ones and I'll make larger ones, and I do a couple of things with them. So, and the reason why I fold them over like that, I realize trying to do just one, sometimes they'll get stuck and they'll tear. So I will just pop out a bunch of these, and then I just usually save them like this until I'm ready to work with them. So then I'll have the different sizes. That one looks more kind of like a square. I think this one's a little bit smaller. I was working on this size for a while. And then what I do with these, I layer them up and I just kind of glue them together. I hole punch I think this is just a, I guess this could be a 1-inch circle punch. And I just glue it on the back to give it a base, and I just make several of these, and then I either go through and I'll add this little crocheted, which I have a ton of this stuff, and I'll add them on to be flower embellishments in my junk journals or my cards or whatever. Sometimes I'll make paper flowers out of music paper or book notes, and maybe I'll layer those in the center, and I'll just do as many as I feel like, depending, you know, on how layered I want the flower. And then I thought, you know, I have a lot of coffee filters. What am I going to do with all of them? I decided to try to make these little envelopes. So essentially, this is just the coffee filter. And I opened it up, and I have cut myself a little guide here, this square that I have no idea. I just laid it down and kind of eyeballed what would be a good size. And then what I do is I will lay this on here, and I fold it up all around to get the shape that I want. And I just save this. And then I trim out the little notches here to make it easier to fold. And then I take my coffee dyed paper, and I use that as a guide to cut out several pieces to line the inside of it with. So then I can fold it up and it can fit in the journals. I just started making several of these, and I just love the idea. So what I want to do is maybe like a pocket, and I thought I would glue this in like this, so it would sit kind of like a corner tuck spot maybe, but then you could fold it up and it would be another journaling spot. I'm pretty excited about that. So I've made a couple of these. I plan on making some more. I've also started just sewing up some book pages to make little envelopes. And I decided to take these scallop circles and put around it kind of like a doily, so that I could, if I want to add a flower to it, I can. Or I sewed up some ribbon and lace, and I just kind of scrunched it together, made little fabric embellishments. This is the color that I'm using in this current junk journal. I have no idea where I went out of frame. So I just scrunched this together, sewed it up, little like a row, like snippets, and then I take it off, and then I thought, well, I'll just kind of glue it there, and I can include this in a tuck spot, and then I can either include a little journaling spot in there. I can either attach to the paper or I can tuck it in. So I'm just making several of these today, and I just wondered what all the things I could make with coffee filters. And then I thought, I wonder what you do. So what do you do with your coffee filters, or do you do anything with it? Oh, I have one more idea. This is a really kind of fun idea. I just, again, just experiment, playing around with stuff. After I punched it out, I thought that's a waste of filter paper just to, throw it away. So I decided to stamp on it, and this would be perfect for, doing some collaging, Mod Podging onto some tags. So that is my plan with some of this leftover stuff. I just try to see how a couple of different stamps were, showing up on here. And then I think I'll try collaging some tags with this. Thanks for letting me share. Have a good day. Is this even in the camera? I have no idea. Let's check. So, banging the table, sorry.